Hello and welcome to New Filmmakers Los Angeles in partnership with Movie Maker magazine. My name is Danny De Lillo and we're here at the Cambridge Los Angeles showroom in West Hollywood, and I'm here with Cheo and Stacey with their movie, Rites. Let's take a look at a clip.
Get against the fucking wall now! Everybody! Look, I don't know what's going on, officers, but that's my son. I need to go to him. What you say to me, man?
Baba!
I said that's my son. Get against the fucking wall now! Sit down, old man. Now!
Cool. Guys, thank you for joining us in this studio. It's a pleasure.
Thank you.
Tell us a brief synopsis of your film.
Well, Rites is it's a story about first haircuts and lost innocence, and basically what happens when African-American father takes his son to get his first haircut at 4 years old, and kind of what happens after that, and how he resolves the situation.
Now, how did you? It's really takes you on a journey. This film. How did you come about the story?
The story actually was adapted from a short story that I wrote, and it was very challenging to do that. It was the first time I actually adapted, and I've often been told as a writer producer not to pull out the old novels or the the short stories and put them into screenplays because of some challenges with that. But it worked out really well. I think mostly because I had a great director, Stacey.
Stacey, you had and Cheo, you had some really wonderful actors in the movie. I love the father-son relationship particularly. How did you come across them?
Well, we filmed in New York City, and there's a huge community of actors, independent filmmakers, people who work in the industry who want to do quality work. So Stephen Hill, our lead actor, was someone I'd worked with on previous projects. Wendell Jordan was someone I'd worked with in the past, and they came together. They were excited about doing a quality project. We had a great story, and it went from there.
And so you guys, met each other in New York City. How did that relationship come about that you started working together?
Well, we had the same publicist initially, April Silver, and Cheo has a Game Changers organization that he has out in Oakland, and he reached out to me about coming on board, being one of the established directors to come on board and do some narrative work with Game Changers.
I'd seen Stacey's work. Well, again, April Silver was our publicist, and she said, "There's this great director you have to meet." And we were screening a film at the Schaumburg in Harlem. Stacey came and we met briefly at a cocktail party, and then, but I had seen her work as the director of For Colored Boys, Redemption, which was just an amazing web series, narrative web series. I mean, Stacey can talk about it, but it's just a great film series. And once I saw that, I said I would love to have her work and would love to work together.
And what when Stacey, once you read the script, what was your kind of impressions as a director about the story and kind of how it delivers itself to its audience?
What it did was that it was a lens into, I think, a part of African American life that we don't see enough. Which is the relationship between a father and a son. One of the things that I seek to do as a director is to provide a more balanced view of African Americans in independent film and in mainstream media as well. We just don't see enough of that. So I think that very quiet moments, particularly toward the end of the film, and the father just being in this space of not being able to resolve the issue and just kind of sitting in that. So just looking at trauma, the way it's passed on from one generation to the next. And how we kind of deal with these systemic issues and still love and hurt and and get past them.
Family.
A lot of quiet moments in the script, which I absolutely loved.
I'd a wonderful advocate to make this film, and I think is extremely important because there's still challenges in the industry where we need to consider our content better. Absolutely. What was kind of some of your biggest challenges making this film?
Pretty much. Money, the budget, and for me it was also having worked as a filmmaker in the documentary space, and then moving into narrative, and just thank God that I had someone like Stacey who could pull in the level of talent, behind the camera, in front of the camera, and to be able to pull off the shoot. and with a very very small budget. I think that was a challenge that we met, and we hopefully will work some more together, and
you guys need to work together.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it when it works, and it really shows in your filmmaking.
Thank you.
And it's independent film, and the challenges of just like, it's a cliche, but the budget and having to get around that and schedules and things like that. I mean, it's wonderful that you guys brought it together. So
one thing I was going to actually
Yeah.
say, this is a place to plug, but we've submitted this film to a few festivals, and NewFilmmakers LA was not. I didn't know about it, so for me to come down here and just be a part of this festival was really a great experience. Just to see, there's some festivals I think that may be more focused on, I would say less focused on the filmmaker, and the independent spirit of filmmaking and how challenging it is. So I felt like you guys do a great job with that.
Oh, we certainly appreciate that, and we are nothing without the content, and you guys make it for us. But thank you all the same. We appreciate that. You guys, so you've come down. You were in California, Cheo, but you've come down from Oakland, and Stacey, you come over from Georgia.
Yes.
Is it nice to come over to LA and have your film screened here?
Yeah, all
Yeah.
the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, screening anything in LA is a big deal, right? I have a lot of friends here that work in the industry. Being in New York is one thing. The independent film spirit is really,
Yeah, it's vibrant there, isn't it?
It's big in New York. But yeah, LA has a certain vibe. It's always great to come out here, and you guys have welcomed us. And as Cheo said, really put emphasis on the filmmakers and the work that we're doing. So we appreciate that.
No, well, definitely. So, what's kind of your influences in your career, Cheo? What's kind of been your influences in your as a
Well, it's been interesting because
Writing
I've
director.
worked I used to live in LA and New York. I worked at Entertainment Weekly as a writer, so I used to
wow.
do film criticism, reporting.
So you
covering
got
the
a really
industry.
good perspective on it. I like it.
Yeah, a little bit. I worked in New York at Entertainment Weekly, but then I lived here for a little while. But I feel that for me, I enter this whole craft as a storyteller who's doing the writing and the producing, and then I'm going to be doing some directing as well. But for me, it's about that craft of the story, and really knowing what you want to say. And I feel this is a really exciting time right now in the industry across the board, just because of the digital access that we have to do filmmaking. And I feel like for the kind of stories that I want to tell, that we want to tell, there's a complexity that we're pushing for, and I feel like this is the first time that people are really ready for it.
Yeah, that's right. No, very good. Stacey, now you're in one of the most vibrant, fast-growing cities in filmmaking in Georgia. How's your experience over there, and how's it kind of compared to Los Angeles?
I haven't had much experience here in LA, so comparing it to New York, there's a lot going on in Georgia. Yeah, absolutely. I do a lot of producing, like producing for BET News and things like that. I mean, this is a lot of opportunities.
You guys have got secret, like, Entertainment Weekly, produced for BET.
Right. A lot of opportunities, and as Cheo said, I mean, I think the most exciting thing right now is that we have access to an audience that we didn't have access to before.
That's right.
So people can see your content, they can, provide you with feedback right away and say, we love this, we don't love this, we want to see more of this. And I think we're seeing a more diversity of stories, particularly, African American stories, because, these are people that we know, these are stories
That's
that
right.
we tell, these are our lives. Like, it's not, we see more of the stereotypic depictions of us in mainstream media. Right, and we know that that's not an accurate depiction, or it's not the only depiction, right? So for the storytellers that want to tell, the truth about just how varied and regular our lives are, we get to do that, and we have audiences that are there to support that work. So that's really exciting. In Atlanta, in New York, in LA, wherever it is, the digital world is amazing for us right now.
No, it's just like we thought we're ever moving to a notion where we're just reaching out in all directions now to have a better understanding of each other, and which is fantastic. What is it like when you put all the hard work into making your film that you were selected for NewFilmmakers Los Angeles?
I mean, it's just great when you sit down after X number of months of putting the time in, the revisions on the script, just working on the set. I don't know for Stacey, but just to sit in the theater and see, to see it. I mean, there's times when you might cringe because something may not look the way you thought it looked, but I think for me, the excitement is when people come and talk to me and they want to know more about the story.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's an honor really to be an artist to be a filmmaker. You know, it's not something that I take lightly, and I'm really honored to know why I'm on the planet. Like, this work means that much to me. You know, it's more like a calling.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of activism in the storytelling and activism in the work. You know, so I'm honored each and every time, you know, someone comes up and says, you know, this means something to me, this changed my life. You know, I can relate to that story.
Yeah.
You know, it feels great. So beyond any accolade or award, just having the honor of being a filmmaker and a storyteller.
You really have to see, right? I just love what I'm just there, like I'm watching it, thinking it just had me so embracing the story.
Thank you.
I'm hoping this is the beginning of many work you guys are going to do together. But what is next for you guys individually?
Well, for me, I'm working on a 6-part docu-series on a program in Oakland that focuses on African American boys in the school district. And it really looks at just the educational challenges that they're met with, but then also have a couple narrative scripts that looking to get produced. There's for the game. So the Game Changers project is this other part of my production work where I fund different fellows, different filmmakers. So Stacey was actually somebody that we brought into the program, and she did Rites, but that's a different project where I'm looking to have just support as a producer, a lot of different stories, you know, about
That's
different
wonderful.
things. Yeah.
I love it. I really want to see that.
Yeah.
It's obviously you're a great documentary filmmaker as well. That's wonderful. And Stacey, for you?
Well, we're preparing for the second season of my web series.
You working? Sorry,
my web series,
Yeah,
Colored Boys.
Oh, brilliant!
Yeah, so we're preparing for the second season of that.
So it's called Color Boys, and we can find it.
It's on YouTube.
You can find Color Boys on YouTube.
Yeah.
Excellent.
And, so we have a spin-off series called The Creed that we go into production with at the end of September.
Oh,
so
very
we're
good.
Really excited about that. We've casted Charles Dutton and Adesso Sakalumi from Fela.
Yeah.
We have Polito McCullum from The Wire. So
Amazing.
We're really excited about that.
These guys are uber talented, and
Thank
it's really nice. I really want to thank you for sharing your film with us. And I can tell from the audience reaction they were just enthralled with your story. So congratulations on your film, and we really look forward to seeing much more of your work.
Thank you so
Thanks
much.
a lot.
We
Thank you.
appreciate
Appreciate
the support.
it.
Thank you.
Thank you.